Building skills.
Building homes.
Building community.
In September 2020, the Alameda Fire tore through Southern Oregon, devastating the towns of Phoenix and Talent. Thousands lost their homes, many from the most vulnerable communities. In the aftermath, mutual aid stations sprang up, giving rise to a recovery network. Cass Cornwell, who lost her home, found purpose in recovery efforts, helping survivors make their voices heard. Through Firebrand Collective, survivors played a key role in rebuilding, ensuring resources reached those in need. Their mission continues, turning tragedy into lasting community resilience. Tucker Toish, the executive director of Firebrand, discusses what recovery is all about and the need to develop the workforce around disaster.
So I think recovery in a lot of ways is, as Cass mentioned, building back the physical places and our physical infrastructure. And it's, shoring up our school systems and our workforce. But at the same time, I think of recovery as a long process that is certainly not perfect, but it is kind of an unfolding and a collaboration between a lot of different people to create the kind of community that people are wanting to return to
and participate in.
And there's a lot of ways into that. They can become contractors for construction or landscaping that specialize in resilient construction and landscaping. They can work in industries that improve the way that we build our communities, our societies. I would just say that the next time that Oregon is faced with something like this, and there will be a next time, I'd love to see in-state capacity so that we're able to bootstrap our own communities rather than relying as much as we've had to on outside funding, on outside expertise, on outside workforce capacity to rebuild.
Architect Chris Brown has always focused on sustainable, community-driven design. When the Alameda Fire destroyed one of his projects, he joined the rebuilding efforts in Talent, helping restore the historic garage and Talent Maker City. Through architecture, his firm found new opportunities to support recovery, creating spaces that honor resilience, sustainability, and the future of the community.
Recovery, I think, is an opportunity to grow. I think it's also an opportunity for healing. And I think those are all major components in the work we do. I know architecture sometimes is seen as just buildings, but to me, architecture is really ultimately about people. Our buildings are just the agent that we provide agency for the inhabitants of. And they're places for gathering, they're places for living, they're places for creating. Post-fire, I think, our kind of understanding that this recovery effort was going to be a spectrum of years, if not decades, and kind of settling into the long game, if you will, of looking at where can we be most effective in our work, in what we do as architects to assist community efforts in rebuilding, to assist community infrastructure in rebuilding. I think all of those things are factors that resulted in the work that we've done on the projects post-Alameda, the Malmgren Garage, Talent Maker City, the SOESD Phoenix campus. We feel all are representative of very unique user groups and community groups that now have platform, agency, and identity front and center in these communities and have provided an incredible way for growth and healing. I think you can reach out. There's obviously local support groups that are active. There's shelters, there's food banks, there's Red Cross, there's community organizations. Find your passion. What excites you, what drives you, and then build from there.
After a career in education, Jim Taylor shifted his focus to disaster recovery, helping rebuild homes after the 2020 fires. Committed to supporting survivors, he joined neighborhood reconstruction efforts and is backing Team Oregon Build. With 9,000 students now involved, this program is making a real impact, helping communities recover one home at a time.
We need partnership. We need agreements. We need programs and processes in place, right? So this is the bureaucracy of recovery. But what we need to have in place are these incredibly strong state and local systems to quickly react and adapt and respond to one another when we need to get there and be present for people in crisis. The question was posed, what's the biggest problem to get to recovery right now? And it's that we don't have people to do the work. We have lists of all the jobs that we need filled with no education pathway to get there. What if we created a situation where middle schoolers could explore and know about such things as disaster and crisis, and we start to talk to them about the 4 R's, about readiness, response, recovery, and resilience, and show them the myriad of careers that are out there that they could look at and study and explore and maybe even go work in. And so we've tried to achieve that with Team Oregon Build. Here's the problem. People have lost their homes to wildfire, to homelessness issues, to crises and disasters. What can you build to help that human being? And in that building process and in that communication with that human being, what can you learn about what you need to learn to keep solving problems?